As we inch ever closer to the World Cup, it's time to talk about some of the broadcasting that's going to be done. And at Fútbol de Primera, the radio voice in Spanish in the United States since 2002 World Cup, we'll cover all of those games. And as you all know, it is a massive undertaking in 2026, the World Cup. You watch him on Apple TV, you listen to him on Fútbol de Primera. Sammy Sadovnik is with us again, and thank you so much for your time, sir.
Thank you so much, John, to invite me again, and it's a pleasure.
Yeah, and we talked a lot about Apple TV the last time we were together, and some other things in your background in Peru, and you've been here a quarter of a century broadcasting with the Fútbol de Primera. But you're going to be the lead guy doing radio in the World Cup, correct?
Correct, because Andres will be with Telemundo in this World Cup, so yeah.
Andres is doing no radio then this year.
No, he's the director. I mean, he's the leadership, but he's very busy on television. So.
he's still the boss and the co-founder, yeah, right. But so he can do whatever he wants. Is right. What you're trying to say, right? But you'll be calling the big matches, and you'll be calling the final. Is that right?
Correct. Yeah. Thank God.
And this is nothing new for you. You do television, you do radio, but give me an idea of what it's going to be like when you're focused only on radio, even as big a task as this is going to be this year.
Well, this will be our seventh World Cup coverage with Fútbol de Primera in Spanish. I started with them. I mean, I started in Peru with France 98, but when I moved to America, I started with them in Korea and Japan in 2002, Germany 2006, South Africa in 2010, Brazil 2014. And then I skipped a couple of World Cups in Telemundo, in Russia, and Qatar, and I'm back with the boys here on the radio. I love radio. The last time we talked, I explained that I started on the radio, so it's magical, and we have a very nice group of people around us.
Alejandro Gutman told me when I chatted with him, he said, and I'm going to paraphrase him because I didn't write the quote down exactly for this, is that Sammy is really good on television. He is an outstanding radio talent, is what he told me. Do you feel like radio or television for you is more preferred? Which of the two?
I mean, I start on radio. I love the radio because you have to paint like a square. I mean, you don't have the vision, the video. You have to talk about what it's happened on the pitch. So for me, I love radio. I start on radio. I mean, maybe television. You have the exposure all over the place, all over the country, all over the world. But I love the radio. Absolutely.
Yeah. I'm going to ask and challenge anybody who's watching or listening to this to find Sammy's work on radio and listen to it, and probably will agree with Alex or Alejandro and me and say, yes, this is a superb radio talent here. And even if you don't speak Spanish, you get it. You just get it. So that's my plug for Sammy's work right there. Much. Okay. Now, this is an undertaking. As I said, it's 104 games. 48 teams, 5 weeks of just nonstop. Is there any time where you're going to get a break? I mean, are you working every day during the tournament?
Yeah, this is the first extra large or double XL World Cup. Yeah. They're talking about for the 2013, like 64 countries. I mean, it's unbelievable, but yeah, this will be a huge for us. I will start the first 11 games, the first 11 days. In the day 12, I will have 1 day of rest, and then the whole tournament of the phase group until they finish, and then we have, I think, a couple of days, and then start the second phase.
Yeah. So take a day off. Yeah. Take a day off here. Work 11
after
straight.
11, right?
Take a day off. Now, the kind of good news, and the audience won't know this, but a number of those games early on, you all will be doing games from your studio in South Florida, correct? You'll start traveling later on in the tournament.
Exactly.
But that'll help a little bit. The wear and tear of travel will certainly help a little bit, right?
Yeah, this will be strange because we always travel during the World Cups. I mean, I will be at home. I will sleep in my bed and have time for exercise. So I will be in Miami, and the studio is like a 45, 50 minutes from home. Yeah, we will make the first group stage in the studio. Only the Miami games here. I mean, a couple of games of Uruguay, one from Brazil, the Colombia, Portugal that they will play here in Miami, and the rest and the group stage will be done from here. This will be our IBC. This is our state-of-the-art news studios. We moved a year ago to a very nice Ponce de Leon studios. We are neighbor from FIFA. We are neighbor from the CBF, the Brazilian Confederation. We're on the 11th floor. They are on the 10th floor. So it's a huge. The studios here, we have two studios, one like a TV with YouTube, all the stuff, and the other one, a radio studio only for broadcast.
So basically, the way this is going to work, Sammy, in the first in the group stages, is there are 4 games a day. Is that correct?
Correct. We start. I have the schedule here. We start the first day. The first 2 days are only 2 games.
Okay.
I mean, the inauguration, Mexico, South Africa. Then we have Korea, Czech Republic, and then on Friday, June the 12th, we have Canada, Bosnia, and U.S. Paraguay. And then after that, on Saturday, we start the whole thing, the 4 games daily.
So then you will have people in the studio getting from one game to the next, and you'll have people broadcasting the various games. Is that right? You mean you're just going to go nonstop?
Correct. Yeah, and we have the daily show on Thursday and Friday, the first days, because our daily show is from 6 to 7 Eastern time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the affiliates, the radio station can record and then put it whatever they want. And yeah, we'll have on Thursday and Friday, and then the 4 games daily. We don't have any daily show after the last game.
You are not the only person working on this venture. Give me an idea, if you would. Go down the list of the other folks who are calling the play-by-play, and then the folks who are offering color announcing and sidelines and those kinds of things. Would you please?
Well, the good thing in these 7 World Cups with Fútbol de Primera, Andres and Alejandro, they built very nice teams. You know, we never had any problem. Those guys are stars. I mean, former players, world champions. But the good thing in this case, you have to spend like 45 days outside home with these people. It's very difficult. But they built very nice groups. So that's why most of these people repeat every 4 years with us. So this is, I think, the good thing of a very nice group to build and to work with them. Besides me, and the play-by-play will be Jesus Eduardo Acosta. His 3rd World Cup with us in Fútbol de Primera. Jesus is from Venezuela. He's also a play-by-play in Apple TV. Diego Pesolano from Argentina. He will broadcast his first World Cup with us. He's also in Apple TV. Then Kevin Rodriguez. I think Kevin was with us like the last 5 World Cups. He's son of the former El Salvador star Jaime La Chelona Rodriguez, who passed away a couple of months ago. And from Costa Rica, coming Ronald Villalobos Obando, who have a great experience in radio broadcast in Costa Rica. So we are 5 play-by-plays for this more than 98 games all over the World Cup.
Yeah. And you have color announcers, people you work with, and you made a comment about we're working 45 days here with these people up close and personal. I mean, you know this, I know this, anybody who's ever broadcast knows this, that the person you're sitting down with for 2 hours at a time is somebody you really want to like, you really want to be around, you really want to spend time with. Who are those folks that you like and want to spend time with?
Well, we have our own VAR. Alejandro have a brilliant idea on, I think, on the World Cup in Germany, 2006. He spoke with Andres and told, "What we need a referee analyst." A referee? We don't have any video to share. I mean, we have Javier Castrilli, the sheriff, the former World Cup referee for Argentina, and Javier started with us in Germany, and was amazing. We have our own VAR, so we don't have any problem. So any debate about any different point of views on some red cards or fouls or penalties.
And he's always right.
He was always right. If not, you have to be careful with him. But yeah, that's why the nickname is the sheriff. So
that's right.
Javier is with us. We have our own captain, the very famous Carlos El Pibe Valderrama. Carlos started with us in Germany in 2006. Carlos is with us, all over these years. We have 2 world champions. Jorge Burruchaga from Argentina, world champion in Mexico 1986. He scores the last goal from Argentina in that final against Germany. We have Mauro Silva, world champion with Brazil here in U.S. in 1994. It's a privilege. We work with Mauro on Telemundo in the last 2 World Cups in Russia and Qatar. We have Carlos de los Cobos, a former Mexican World Cup player in Mexico 86. Also Eduardo Yayo de la Torre from Mexico. Manolo Sol, an idol from Chivas de Guadalajara. We have Mauricio Chicho Serna, a former Colombian player, an international with Boca Juniors, champion of Copa Libertadores and Intercontinental. Alex Aguinaga from Ecuador. Alex is with us since, I think, Brazil 2014. Who else? Giovanni Savarese. Gio will be with us. Giovanni, our very close friend and colleague from Apple TV. Who else? Steve Sampson, of course, the coach. Steve is from the beginning with us. The first World Cup was in Korea, Japan, 2002, and this will be the 7th World Cup with Steve, a former coach in France 98 with the US team, and assistant coach with Bora in 94. Who else? The color guys will be Daniel Chapela, who worked with us in The Daily Show and also in Apple TV. Rosa Beatriz Sanchez from Argentina. Nico Cantor, Andres San will be with us in some field reporter in some U.S. games. And Jesus Padilla from he lives in Dallas. He will be with us and field reporter for the Argentina games in Kansas City and Dallas as well.
Outstanding. And if anybody's listened to Steve Sampson speak in Spanish, you wouldn't know that Steve Sampson was Steve Sampson, right?
And he learned very good Spanish when he works in the Costa Rica national team. So he's very good. Yeah.
So Andres Cantor and Alejandro Gutman founded this company, almost 40 years ago now in the late 1980s, and they've been guiding it. Now, if Andres is doing television, Alejandro is still in the day-to-day hands-on in this during the World Cup. Is that right?
Correct. He will be with us. He's arriving, I think, in the next 7-8 days here.
Yeah. So your audience, you are the U.S. rights holders in Spanish from FIFA for the World Cup, 7th time. First one was in 2002. Korea, South Korea, and Japan. Now, your audience is who? How far can you send your broadcast? Is it just confined to the borders around the U.S., or can you send it other places?
In the past, I don't know now, but in the past, we broadcast in the right holders radios in El Salvador, in Guatemala, and Honduras in Spanish. Now it's only the U.S. territory. A couple of days ago, Andres told me that now we have a new record for affiliates. We are a syndicated radio show. Mm-hmm. And for the World Cup, we have more than 100, 120, 130 radio station affiliates. Now, today, we have almost 185 radio stations in Spanish, coast to coast. The U.S. is a new record for us for this World Cup.
Sammy Sadovnik of Fútbol de Primera is with us. I'm John Schrader. Messi's a big story. Argentina, the defending champions. You're gonna spend a lot of time talking about them. How do you see the U.S. prospects and the kind of attention that they'll get and that team?
Oh, we have today. I mean, the news that Chris Richards was injured. Maybe he can play the final with Crystal Palace in the Conference League next weekend. Let's wait until next Tuesday. I think Mauricio Pochettino will call the 26 players. I think. I mean, they have all the options to go through the same stage that they got with Bruce in 2002. You know, with probably the quarterfinals. I mean, depends always. The first game is very important. I mean, the first game against Paraguay is tough. They play in November last year, and but was a preparation, was a friendly game, 1-1. But that first game kicks the road through what the U.S. national team can do in this World Cup.
How do you see the home field advantage? You've watched the World Cup for a long time, and home teams sometimes, if not somewhat often, do pretty well. Do you see any home field advantage here?
I don't know. In the past, I mean, we broadcast a lot of U.S. Games in the past when we have before the rise on the qualifiers. I remember a game in Washington in RFK against Honduras. It was at noon, 2-2, I think. I feel that I was in San Pedro Sula or in Tegucigalpa. I mean, all the games that U.S. play here in U.S. soil, you feel like it's a visitor game. Not I mean, home game.
Mm-hmm.
Now I think they change a little bit, but I don't know. Probably in a World Cup here will be or must be different, but hopefully will be different. But I don't know if the players they don't care if they play home or visitors. They know how to play it. I don't know if if the fans or the pressure of the fans in the stands will take a good thing for them or bad thing. They have to play and forget about if they play in LA or in Seattle.
Yeah. There's a lot of countries around the world, let's say Europe especially, where they don't have to fly 3,000 miles from one place to the next to play a game. In this country, the Americans, all Americans are used to this kind of travel. But two things, that travel and the heat that some people are concerned about. What kind of factor do you think those two things would have on this tournament?
Yeah, that's why FIFA approved, the hydration. It's now 3 minutes per for half. I mean, they have 6 minutes of hydration in the first and the second half. The sofa, I think, they have have a roof, so they don't have any problems. Seattle, I don't know if it will be that hot for the second game. It's a matter because we watched the Clubs World Cup last year, and we watched here the Copa America, the Centenario, and then the Copa America 2 years ago in Kansas City. A referee assistant fell down. I mean, in the middle of the first half. So it's matter. Yeah, it's the humidity and the thunderstorms, because they have to be careful with that, because each state have their own laws, right, for stop and maybe wait, I don't know, 20, 30 minutes until the thunderstorms is cleaning. So it's a point. Yeah, it's a point to review. Yeah.
What fascinates you most as you get prepared for this World Cup? What kind of thing is sort of jumping out at you in some fascination?
It's like I think it's like for the players, right? To wear the national shirt to play a World Cup. For us, the journalists, the color people, the field reporter, or the play-by-plays, the World Cup is the top of the line of our careers, and we are blessed to work with in these stages and to bring the emotion to the people. We are preparing now. I mean, I've been waiting until next week, the final list of the national teams with the numbers, and prepare all the stickers, all the information, until we have the the official numbers, but we are preparing now all the stuff to be ready to go. I know what's my games in the first stage and the group stage, so I'm preparing, some details, some storytellings, but we are with former players that have all that experience to tell the people all their expertise on the field.
How many different countries do you know that you are broadcasting in the first group?
Basically, I will follow Mexico, Argentina, Brazil, Uruguay, a couple of Ecuador games, a couple of Uruguay games, and yeah, it's a lot of information. I mean, U.S. Paraguay, I don't have any problem. Brazil, Morocco. I have which one? I have Ecuador, Cote d'Ivoire, Spain, Cabo Verde. That's a challenge. I mean, Cabo Verde is a challenge. Besides Steven Moreira, that we know we're from Columbus, but that's a challenge. And then which the other one? Spain, Cabo Verde, good. Yeah, and Argentina, Argelia. Yeah, it will be tough. I mean, with the new national teams, we have to be careful with the pronunciation. The radio is different because it's not like, I mean, we have time to talk about to spend more time talking about depends of the game.
Yeah. And you are, and one of the great things about radio is you are encumbered by the need to paint pictures, correct? But you're also not encumbered by the camera shots. You can go where you want to go in describing the game. On television, it's like you follow the director as the announcer, and on radio, you direct the broadcast as the play-by-play guy, right?
Yeah, we have the the official signal, the video here in the studio from FIFA. I'm working with Javier Castelli and 2 or 3 color guys. So we are a big group of 4 or 5 per game. So we have time to talk about, to try to explain some outside or a fall or a debate, some plays that the people are listening, that probably the people watch TV and listen to radio. But if you are in your car, for example, or on a track, all over the country, you have to hear the radio, to listen to our broadcast. So we have to try to be very picky for the explanation of some jugadas that we have to explain to the people.
Yeah, some, if not all of the broadcasts you do on the radio for Fútbol de Primera, you'll put a camera in the booth on you guys.
Now we will have
you'll do that, right?
Yeah, we will. Now the modern thing with we will have a streaming live, but with us. I mean, we have cameras in the booth, but only for us. So the people can hear or listen the broadcast, but they can listen through YouTube, for example. So in our YouTube channel of FDP Radio, FDP Radio, they can listen the broadcast, but they can see us, what happened in the studio, So that's the magic. I mean, we are losing the magic of the radio.
Yeah.
But now it's the modern times.
And you have to dress well. I mean, you just can't dress sloppily like some people would do on radio. You have to look good.
Well, now we have we have our logos and we have a T-shirt, so all a uniform, so we are properly dressed for the broadcast.
And have you been able to get some rest and get some make sure that the energy is ready to go? So on June 11th. The 11th, the Mexico game, and then you're gonna go. You get a day off. Now, don't get cocky. You get a day off. Okay,
right. Yeah. I mean, watch the games. I mean, a couple of games from the World Cup. But I mean, we will do 1 game per day.
Yeah.
So I mean, I remember in Korea, do the distances. So we are only 2, Andres and I. So are 24 countries. Sometimes I did like back-to-back games. So So we have to be careful with that. But now we have only one game, so we finish like at 7 p.m. and I have my call is the next day at 7 p.m. So I have time to rest.
What a deal! What a deal! So, on the radio, on YouTube app, are you on satellite as well?
No.
Anywhere and everywhere? No.
No, it's on the affiliates all over coast to coast. The app of FDP Radio and our Fútbol de Primera YouTube channel. We broadcast daily. Our daily show is also on the radio and on the YouTube channel.
All right. Well, you can hear Sammy Sadovnik calling the games at the World Cup. You see him on television on Apple TV, but it's radio only for this World Cup. And
in fact, this coming Sunday is our last game on MLS. They stopped the FIFA World Cup break, so we'll do Miami, Philly, and that's it until I think it's the 22nd of July.
And so you're a radio star only through half of the summer. So there you go.
Yeah, sir.
Well, thank you so much for the time, as always. I appreciate it.
No, thank you so much, John, for inviting me, and thank you so much for sharing with your audience all of our broadcast planning for the World Cup.
So that's Fútbol de Primera. You can look it up. You can find them on YouTube. If you're not sure, Google it. It'll tell you everything you need to know about what these guys are doing. So thanks. He's Sammy Sadovnik, and I'm John Schrader, and this is the Soccer Media Podcast.